Here, this a suited story is given here. What is my name? One, the story says about the feelings of the person, right? Whether the time is changed, circumstances changed, law is changed, rule is changed, even then the person doesn't come from his own mentality. He doesn't want to come out of it. He wants to remain there itself. One, irrespective of whatever human rights have been given to you. One. Second, we have lost everything. Once upon a time, I was very happy. Now I am not. I lost everything and I am searching for it. I am going to learn everything once again. I want to forget what I learned and I want to be that. Means over diplomacy not necessary. That we have learned in the poem. Now, here, what is my name? The question. Does anybody forget his name or her name? I many times forget the names of the people who come into my contact. Many times I forget. By face I remember them. Though daily meeting, I might be meeting daily, but at time when I want to quote his name, I forget it. That is because of the old days. We forget names of the people, telephone numbers, many things. Accepting of my interest, I may be forgetting people or things. Because that is the question of forgetting. But here is a question, forgetting my own name. Does it happen? I question myself when I come across this title. I question myself, does it happen that I forget my own name? It occurred when I had been to, that is, got my license renewed. There the form has to filled up and I got a doubt. What shall I write over here? What is my name? Because many times I am addressed by many people as Rao sir. That's all. Shortcut. And when I was in a company, I was referred to as Rao Sahib. Rao Garu in my locality. But what Rao am I? That way, sometimes I get confused. Then I question whether this thing has come out of confusion or what. No, it is not out of confusion. Then what is it in fact? I questioned one of my students, what is your name? Answered quickly. What is your father's name? Answered very quickly. What is your mother's name? Answered very quickly. Right? What is your father called in the society? No answer. What is your mother called in your society? No answer. Why? The child could able to understand, yes, in the society, my mother has different faces and my father has different faces in the society. So there was no reply. Right? And let us keep this story aside a bit, but I want to take you people to our childhood a bit for a moment. There has to be a story every grandmother used to tell. That is the house fly. It was mopping up the house and it forgot its name. అనగా 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 ఒక ఈగ ఇల్లలుకుతూ తన పేరు మర్చిపోయింది. When I heard this story for first time, when I was a kid, I did not question ఈగకి ఏంట్రా పేరు ఏంట్రా మర్చిపోవడం ఏంట్రా అని ఆ క్వశ్చన్ రాలే. But now when I come across this story, I got a connection one to one. Yes, it happens. Here housefly and here housewife. And housefly mopping, here housewife mops and puts rangoli. Keeps her house very neat and clean. Ega forgets his name and here housewife forgets his name. How close relation is there between these stories? Right? And that Ega story only, this story stood, constructed, erected over there. Right? Why do we hear stories? Entertainment? Yes, entertainment. Learning? Of course, learning. Memory power will be increased. You can see రాజుగారికి ఏడుగురు కొడుకులు వేటకెళ్ళారు, చేపలు పట్టుకొచ్చారు. వీ డోంట్ బాదర్ రాజుగారి కొడుకులు చేపలు పట్టడం, దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ది బాదరేషన్. వీ హియర్ ఇట్ వెరీ keen intent. Then one of the chapa did not dry up. Why? The answer is Gaddikuppa Chatochindi. This story still today it is running in the households. Why it is told? To increase the memory power of the child. Many things come in. Gaddikuppa, Gollavadu, Tarvata, Avva, Chima, Puttalo, Velu, Bidda, Anni Ostai. In a sequence. That sequence the child should keep in her mind. When this child goes out, the child will be narrating the story to others. In the same sequence, in the same tone, it will be narrated. That is, we are increasing the memory, thinking capacity, understanding capacity of the children, putting all this. Likewise, here Eega story also has many characters with it. The Pedras Peddamma comes, her son comes, Godali comes, Chittu comes, underneath that horse comes, and horse womb comes, and in the womb there is a baby horse. Lastly, the Eega gets the name there. That means at the origin. It has a very big, rich, what we call as a lesson within it. But it is told to the children only for their enjoyment and to make acquaint the children with the Godali, with the sun, with the cutting of the tree and the horse and all these things. Right? Here, what is my name? Does it happen? It happens. If it happens, how does it appear? How does it look? Why it happens? I again see in the other angle. I want to show that angle to you now. What is that angle? My mother. What is my mother's name? I questioned myself a day. Answer was a big zero. Why? My grandfather used to call my mother, I still remember very feebly, Amai, that way. Amai means what? Oh daughter. If it is oh daughter, what is the name of my father? Sorry, mother. See, next, let me hear how my father calls her. Then when I waited for him to address my mother, I am astonished. He did not address her with her name. Eme, glass nil patra? Ordered. Is Eme my name of my mother? I am undone. Okay, some of her friends may come and they may address her with her name. I waited still. Then one of her friends had come. Just I was eagerly waiting. Yes, I can learn my mother's name. What did she utter, you know? Tambigaramma, koncham pandar istara. I am Tambi. And she addressed Tambigaramma. Oh, here also I did not get the chance of hearing her name. Means the housewife, she loses her name. She will be called in different manners only, but not with her real name. Right? And lastly, I had to question my mother. What is your name, mother? Then she come up with కళావతి అని ఎప్పుడో క్లాస్ 3లో చదువుకున్నప్పుడు స్కూల్లో వేసినప్పుడు మా నాన్నగారు రాయించినట్టు జ్ఞాపకం రా. You see that? That means she also admitted that she had forgotten her name. And she very comfortably happy with being called Tambigaramma, Paranagari Bharya, Paranagari daughter. That way she is adjusted herself. That means the most common factor with the household wife, that is housewife, is not to have her own existence. It is not the name. She doesn't have her own existence. Either she is a daughter, she is a wife, she is a mother, or she is a grandmother. But she is not she herself. That is the struggle has been shown here in this story. Now question yourself, how many people do you know really what is your mother? Go and question her. You will get this very funny thing. అరే ఎప్పుడో మర్చిపోయాను రా నేనేంటోను, నేను మీకోసమే బతుకుతున్నాను రా అంటుంది ఆ మదర్. మీకోసమే బతుకుతున్నాను, మీ నాన్నగారి కోసమే బతుకుతున్నాను, మా నాన్నగారి కోసమే బతుకుతున్నాను, మా మమ్మీ కోసమే బతుకుతున్నాను. దట్ వే షీ సబ్మిట్ హెర్ సెల్ఫ్, రైట్? సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు లెర్న్ ఇన్ దిస్ స్టోరీ. వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్ వన్. హౌ ఏ ఉమన్ స్ట్రగల్స్. That means here she says again inwardly, don't lose your existence. You are you. You have to prove yourself. You should not be called Falana. Why you should be called as Falana when you are having your own name? Dr. Sriram, why not? Is it not? That way she is reminding you, don't lose yourself in the society. Why? People are coming up. People are running. People are even competing with others. What for? To show their existence. Now, as an introduction, have you noticed how your father calls your mother? No. Does he use her name or not? You are not noticed. How do the neighbors address her? You do not know. Does anyone address her by name? God knows. What about your grandmother? Does he call your mother by name? Also, you don't have any answer with it. In this story, P. Satyavati describes how a woman forgets her own name since no one addresses her by name. How does a woman gain her identity? By name, by marriage, by motherhood, by education, by profession, or by anything else? See, everything has been put. How is she recognized here on this in this society, on this earth? Read the story keeping these questions in mind. If you don't have these things, you cannot enjoy the story. And so this is a must. You should know it. A young woman before being a housewife, a woman educated and cultured and intelligent and capable, quick-witted, with a sense of humor and elegance. Now, a young woman before being a housewife, there is a full stop. That is a devil's print. Change it into a comma. And there is again a woman is there, and so not a comma, it should be a hyphen. Then a woman educated and cultured and intelligent and capable, quick-witted, with a sense of humor and elegance. Now, that paragraph makes a sense. If there is a full stop, it doesn't give you any sense. Now, a woman before marriage, she is all these things. Falling for her beauty and intelligence as also the dowry which her father offered, a young man tied the 3 sacred knots around her neck, made her the housewife to a household, and said to her, "Look, Amadu, this is your home." Then the housewife immediately pulled the end of her sari and tucked it in and the waist and swabbed the entire house and decorated the floor with mugglu and designs. The young man promptly praised her work. "Oh, you are dexterous at swabbing the floor. Dexterous at swabbing the floor. Even more dexterous in drawing the mugglu. Shabash, keep it up." He said it in English, giving her a pat on the shoulder in appreciation. Overjoyed, the housewife began living with swabbing as the chief mission of her life. She scrubbed the house spotlessly, clean at all times, and beautifully decorated it with multicolored designs. That's how her life went on, with a sumptuous and ceaseless supply of swabbing cloths and muggu baskets. Now, a woman before her marriage, she is also just like an ordinary persons. She also got intelligence. She also got her intellectuality by studying and she stood first even somewhere, right? That way, she has everything, the culture and education, intelligence, capacity, and quick wit, everything humor as a human being should have, right? And now, because she is a able virgin, she was given into marriage to a young man. And not only this, along with that thing, a lump sum amount of dowry was also given. Why particularly that has been put over here is this boy and this girl both are equal in all the qualities, but even then this boy wanted some money, right? That has been, a dowry has been given. And he accepted the dowry, accepted the woman. And what did he do? He brought her to his home, and he has shown, here and after, Amado, this is your house. She was overjoyed, became very happy. Oh, I own a house, right? So I should see the cleanliness of the house, hygiene of the house. So immediately she took hold of that cloth, swabbing cloth, dusting cloth, mopping cloth. Many different kinds of cloths are there. Swabbing, wet one, mopping, the dusting, etc., dry one. So he took hold of those and started cleaning her house, cleaned it, and kept muggulu, that means the designs, colorful designs in the house. The man of the house has come in the evening. Oh, very good. How beautiful it is. Really, there is no comparison to you, Amadu. You have done a very good job, Sabash. He put a single word. By that she was impressed. She thought, yes, my job is this. She restricted her whole life for the swabbing, mopping, and dusting cloths, and that muggu buttalu, muggu pindi. So entire house has been decorated. Every day she used to, day in and day out, she used to do the same job. And every day the man concerned used to say, yeah, what a job you have done. Good job. You are a very good housewife. Be that. That way the woman was contented. And here the husband, he comfortably, he was having all comforts here. Right? Next, what happens? Earlier her existence, now existence. You see, you can read the difference between these two. But one day, while scrubbing the floor, the housewife suddenly asked herself, she was doing the job, and suddenly she realized, oh, what am I? What am I means, what is my name? That way she got a shock. Asked herself, what is my name? The query shook her up. The question itself shook her up because there was no answer. There was no answer, right? And so it shook her up. Leaving the mopping cloth and the muggu basket there itself, she stood near the window, scratching her head, lost in thoughts. What is my name? What is my name? All along she was having a question in her mind. What is my name? What is my name? What could it be? Means she was thinking for the name, and it is completely out of her brain. It went away somewhere. It was not there. So she was scratching. Somewhere, in some corner it might be there. If I scratch, it may come. So she was trying very hard physically and mentally. The house across the road carried a name board, Mrs. M. Suhasini, MA PhD, Principal, X College. When she was looking and questioning herself, what is my name, what is my name? Suddenly her eyes fall on the name plate on the door across the street. And that read, what is that one? M. Suhasini, MA PhD, Principal, X College. Means she has a name. If at all she has a name, what is my name? She could not get it once again. So, yes, she too had a name as her neighbors did. All the neighbors have the name. Why I should not have? Yes, I was also having a name. What was it? She is putting all the pressure on her mind, but she could not trace out. What shall I do? How could I forget like that? In my scrubbing zeal, I have forgotten my name. G E A, sorry, Zeal, zeal. That means interest. What kind of interest? Wholehearted interest is called as zeal. Her wholehearted interest was only on scrubbing, cleaning, hygiening, and mopping, dusting the house. Her whole time, 24 into 7 into 12, she spent here, there only. That way. So, how could I forget like that? In my scrubbing zeal, I have forgotten my name. What shall I do now? The housewife was perturbed. Perturbed, I told you already, disturbed with pain. Perturbed, completely disturbed. Her mind became totally restless. Yes, if I forget my name, how can I take rest or how can I think properly? I cannot think. So, her mind became totally restless. Somehow, she finished her daubing for the day. Daubing, daubing. Again, one more name for scrubbing, mopping, and dusting. Right? So, meanwhile, the maid servant arrived. Hoping at least she would remember, the housewife asked her, "Look, Ammai, do you know my name?" ఏ అమ్మాయి విను నువ్వు నీకు నీకు నా నా పేరు తెలుసా అని అడిగింది. How that servant, maid servant would feel, just understand. Just try to think about it. The Malkin is asking the servant, maid servant, right? Landlady is asking the maid servant, "What is my name?" Just like that housefly which has forgotten its name, daubing the house, and she asked the Pedrasi Peddamma, "What is my name? What could be my name?" నా పేరేంటి అని అడిగింది. పేదరాశి పెద్దమ్మ నా పేరేంటి అని అడిగింది. Sequence, you see how it started. "What is it, Amma?" said the girl. Here, in the story, what we say, "Naku తెలియదు." That narration makes the children get amused. Naku తెలియదు. At that you can see every child will be having a very free and sweet smile on their face. Right? Here also the maid servant said, "Naku తెలియదు." What is that naku తెలియదు here? She has used, "What is it, Amma? ఏమైంటుందమ్మా నీ పేరు?" అంటే నాకు తెలీదు అని చెప్పింది. సో what do we have to do with names of mistresses? What shall we do with the names, ma? You are Ammagaru for me, that's all. Why I should know? Why should I ask? And if at all a specification is required, Penkutil leda, Penkutil Ammagar lera. That way we will be addressing you people. We are accustomed to do like that only. We never bother to learn your name. What do we say? Penkutinti Ammagaru, Middinti Ammagaru, Madinti Ammagaru, Kendinti Ammagaru. That way we specify the names, but we don't bother for it. And so what simply she said is, "Naku తెలియదు. What do we have to do with names of mistresses?" అమ్మగారి పేరుతో మేము ఏం చేసుకుంటామమ్మా? "You are only a mistress to us, the mistress of such and such a white storied house, ground floor," means you. How we refer you is a white double storied house, and that too the occupant of the downstairs, Ammagaru Meeru. That much only we know about you. I don't bother what is your name. That way she said, without having any concern for the question. The gravity of the question, this maid servant doesn't want to understand. Yes, true, of course. How can you know, poor thing, that the woman resigned? You see, she questioned the maid servant with the hope of knowing her name immediately, instantly. She failed over there because the maid servants are accustomed to recognize every ammagaru as the penkutinti ammagaru, white ante tella madinti ammagaru, kindinti ammagaru, meedinti ammagaru. That way they call these ammagarlu, and so she is not bothered to know her name. Now, yes, of course, they are right. They need not have to learn our names. They need not have to know our names. Such the housewife resigned over there, accepted over there. Now, the children came home from school for lunch in the afternoon. At least the children might remember my name. Again, a ray of hope in the housewife. What is that hope? The children had come and they might be knowing my name. Yes, they must know it. Right? So she questioned. Look here, children. Do you know my name? She asked. The children looked at her with wonderment, bewildered. They looked at her. So they were taken aback. రే మమ్మీ ఏంటి ఇట్లా అడుగుతుంది ఏంటి, తన పేరు తనే అడుగుతోందా, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? దే కుడ్ నాట్ బిలీవ్ ఆన్ దేర్ ఇయర్స్, అండ్ సో దే looked puzzled. Your Amma, what is that to us? Your Amma. You see, simple answer. Doesn't she know the simple answer? Who am I? She is asking. Your Amma. That way they confirmed. For the children, she is Amma, not by name. Savitramma garu kaadu. She is Amma. So, your name is Amma only. Ever since we were born, we have known only this. The letters that come are only in Father's name. Because everyone calls him by his name, we know his name. You never told us your name. You don't even get letters addressed to your name. The children said plainly. నువ్వు అమ్మవే కదా, నేను అమ్మ అనే పిలిచాం కదా. Right? That way they concluded. Not only that, and even letters do not come to you. Letters do come in the name of the Father, and we read it, and so we know his name. Not only that, the పక్కింటి బాబాయ్ గారు వచ్చి మాధవరావు గారు అని పిలుస్తున్నారు. సో ఐ నో ది ఫాదర్స్ నేమ్. బట్ పక్కింటి పిన్ని గారు వచ్చి అక్కయ్య గారు అని పిలుస్తుంది, నిన్ను వదిన గారు అని పిలుస్తుంది. సో ఆర్ యూ వదిన ఆర్ అక్కయ్య ఆర్ అమ్మ? వీ డోంట్ నో. సో వీ జస్ట్ డిసైడ్ యువర్ నేమ్ ఈస్ అమ్మ. Right? You see the fun over there. The housewife's name, the children do not know. And so now it is mandatory that the child should know the name of the mother, the name of the father. As soon they are taken to the nursery class, the interview. What is that one? What is your name, beta? He will say, my name is Vasudeva Rao. Agreed. What is your father's name? My father's name is Venkaya Garu. What is your mother's name? My mother's name is Padmavati. Unless he says these things, or some what we call as rhymes, some numbers, recognition of ABCD, they won't be taken in. See, that is a must for a child. If at all he is lost himself, he can be got back. He will say, my father's name is this, my mother's name is this, my locality is this. Right? That we have to teach from the beginning. We don't do it. We are satisfied. Amma has been called, I am satisfied. I don't bother for other things. So my children do not know my own name. How pathetic it is. Right? How sorrowful. My children do not know my name. Right? If everybody is calling me Master Garu, and my children also start calling me Master Garu, someday or other they would not be knowing my name. Sure it is. Because everybody whosoever comes to my house, Master Garu nara, that way they question. So I become master to the locality. Then what is my name? Is it not? Likewise, she lost her name among the children even. Yes, who will write letters to me? Father and mother are there, but they only make phone calls once in a month or two. Even my sisters are immersed with their swabbing in the house. My mother and father are there. They call once in a while. They talk on the phone. They don't write letters. Good. My sisters, they are also like me. They are also engrossed in their own zeal of swabbing the house. And they don't have any sense or time to write a letter to me or talk to me or call me by name. No. So my name is lost. How shall I find it out? Even if they met me in some marriage or kumkum ceremony, they chatted away their time talking about new muggulu and new dishes to cook, but no letters. Suppose I meet them or they met me in some marriage. My children also there. And they seldom address me. Okay, and we go on chatting about what the new sarees and new what we call as the jewelry or new designs, new muggulu, and how good I am at household work. And I am talking about the new dishes. వంకాయతోను ఇట్లా చేసుకుంటే ఎంత రుచిగా ఉంటుంది తెలుసా అని we talk about the same brinjal as if it is a very great important thing. We will be chatting about it only. But we don't call ourselves by name. Neither my children know my name, nor their children know their mother's names. Right? Very good example over here. The housewife was disappointed and grew more restless now. Why? The Panimanishi doesn't know my name, the maid servant. My own children, they don't know my name. I am disappointed. Why? There are no letters even from known person or unknown person. No. Right? And there is no chance of anybody surrounding me knowing my name. Now, a neighbor came to invite her to a కుంకుమ ceremony. అంటే మనకి పండుగలు వస్తాయి కదండి, సంక్రాంతి పండుగలు. డ్యూరింగ్ దట్ సంక్రమణం it has been calculated as a very auspicious day, Sankramanam. And in that, what we do is we worship deities with kunkuma and haldi. That is your pasupu kunkumతో పూజ చేస్తాం. And that pasupu kunkum, we put it in large quantities and we distribute to every known and unknown personalities. Why? And that pasupu kunkuma calls Subham into your house, invite it. And so we do it. Okay, and earlier we used to carry it and distribute in the vicinity, and now we are inviting them to our house. Though custom is changed, tradition is same, that is exchanging of pasupu kunkuma. Because that pasupu kunkuma is a very auspicious thing for the household. So a woman comes from the neighborhood to invite this housewife to that function, right? The housewife asked her neighbor, hoping she at least would remember her name. అవునండి, ఇలా అడుగుతున్నాను అనుకోకండి, కానీ మరి ఏంటైందో తెలియదు, కానీ నా పేరునే మర్చిపోయానండి. మీకు కానీ తెలిస్తే కొంచెం చెప్తారా? See how embarrassing is to question others about my name. But she was anxious to know. Means she lost her existence. She wanted to re-establish that existence. So she never bothered whether it is embarrassing or whether it is a shameful act. She never bothered. So she questioned her. What could be my name? What is my name? Somehow or other, I haven't asked your name, nor have you told me. Right hand side, white storied house, or there she is, that pharmaceutical company manager's wife. If not that fair and tall lady, that's how we refer to you. You see how she is referred in the society. What is that one? తెల్ల ఇంటి కింద పోస్టులో ఉంటున్నారు కదా, ఆమె. దట్ హౌ వీ రిఫర్. ఇంకోటి చెప్పనా, చెప్పడానికి కొంచెం అదంటే నాకు అయినా చెప్తున్నాను వినండి. పొడుగ్గా అందంగా ఉంటారు అని మిమ్మల్ని పిలుచుకుంటూ ఉంటాం. పొడుగ్గా అందంగా ఉంటారు. లేదు అంటే ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్లో ఆయన పనిచేస్తున్నాడు కదా, అంతలక పెళ్ళాం, ఇట్లా చెప్పుకుంటాం. హౌ వీ రిఫర్ యూ ఇన్ దట్ విసినిటీ, ఇన్ అవర్ లొకాలిటీ, వీ రిఫర్ యూ లైక్ దట్. బట్ వీ డోంట్ నో యువర్ నేమ్. బట్ ఇట్ డిడ్ నాట్ కమ్ టు అవర్ mind to ask your name. Anyway, what is your name? That way she questioned her. So she completely lost among this talk. That's all that the other housewife could say. That much only she could say. It is no use now. What can even my children's friends say? If at all my friends, my acquaintances in the locality, they refer me so and so's wife, right? So and so's mother, and so's house owner, landlady of that house. That way, if they are referring, and very good, they refer me. What is that one? The tall, beautiful, elegant woman. Very good. Does that bring me pride? No, at this moment, no. Why? Total loss for me, I lost my name. In normal occasions, if that woman said, the tall, elegant, beautiful woman, I would have felt proud. But now the thing is not that. I want to know my name very badly. So these prizes, these appreciations did not fall in my ears. ఫలానా కంపెనీలో ఫలానా మేనేజర్ గారి భార్య, that may be a question of pride for me if it is heard in some other context. But now in this context, it does not give me any kind of charm or happiness. They know me only as Kamala's mother or some auntie. What do they call? Kamala's mother, or some white, tall, beautiful auntie, or that White House auntie. That way they may call me, but they may not remember my name even. There is no use of my questioning the friends of my children. So that way she again resigned over there. She doesn't want to. During the night meal, she asked him why. If anyone remembers it, it is only her husband. That way she concluded. And during that night, when the meal is served, being served, he was questioned. What is that? Look here, I have forgotten my name. If you remember it, will you please tell me? You see how she is questioning her own husband about her own name. Look, I have forgotten my name. ఇల్లలుకుతూ పేరు మర్చిపోయాను. నా పేరేంటో మీకు కానీ తెలిస్తే కొంచెం చెప్తారా? That way she requests. If you remember it, will you please tell me? The respected husband burst out laughing and said, what is it, dear? Never has it happened before. You are talking about your name today. Ever since we were married, I have got used to calling you only as Amoy. That way only I used to call you. It never occurred to me to know your name. Huh? That way, in a laughing mood, he dismissed her request. You too never told me to address you that way because you have a name of your own. What's happened now? Everyone calls you Mrs. Murthy, don't they? అయినా నీ పేరెందుకో ఎంత చక్కటి నేమో చూడు, అందరు ఎవరు పిలుస్తున్నారో చూడు. వాట్ ఆర్ దే కాలింగ్ యూ విత్ ఎ వెరీ గుడ్ నేమ్? వాట్ ఇస్ ఇట్ వన్? మిసెస్ మూర్తి. ఆహా, వాట్ ఏ గుడ్ నేమ్, రైట్? Why don't you settle with that name? Okay. By saying, he washed his hand and went away after completing his meal. My hope that to learn my name completely shattered. Who will help me now? పేదరాశి పెద్దమ్మ కొడుకు చేతిలో గొడ్డలరికే మాన. Everything they said, నాకు తెలీదు. Then who will be the person coming out? I know your name and I will tell you your name. Right? Not Mrs. Murthy. I want my own name. What shall I do now? She said in anguish, pain and anger. Anguish is pain, dukham, anger, కోపం, రెండు కలిపేయాలి. కలిపేస్తే యాంగ్విష్ వస్తుంది. సో ఇన్ యాంగ్విష్ ఐ షౌటెడ్, ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు బి కాల్డ్ యాజ్ మిసెస్ మూర్తి, ఐ వాంట్ మై ఓన్ నేమ్. Once there, you choose a new name, some name or other. Very jokingly, her husband said, అరే పేరులో ఏంటుందమ్మా, పాత పేరు మర్చిపోయావు కదా, వదిలేయి, కొత్త పేరుతో పిలుచుకుందాం. రైట్, కొత్తకు వింత కదా, వెరీ గుడ్, చెప్పు ఏ పేరుతో పిలవాలి. హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ లైఫ్ అండ్ డెత్ క్వశ్చన్ టు హర్ and to her husband it is a matter of joke. You see how she feels about. It's all right. You are an educated woman. Your name must be on the certificates. Don't you have that much common sense? Go and find out, he advised at last. When he had seen her mood, he got a bit changed. Joking sense lost over there. And again, he doesn't want to show, because he is a man, you see, and so he has shown a bit anger. And again, he has shown her leniency over there. What is that one leniency? You are an educated woman and you got your certificates. Can't you refer them to know your name? And you are asking everywhere, what is my name, what is my name, like a fool? The housewife searched frantically for a certificate in the almirah. Pattu sarees, chiffon sarees, handloom sarees, voile sarees, matching blouses, petticoats, bangles, beads, pearls, pins, kumkum barinas, silver plates, silver containers to keep sandalwood paste, ornaments, all things arranged in an orderly fashion. But nowhere could she find her certificates. Yes, after marriage she had never bothered to carry those certificates here. You see, the importance what the housewife gives to, not to her certificates, her awards which she has won when she was in her Putinillu. Those all have been kept in the Putinillu only. She did not bring even one piece here. Then what are here? Her belongings. You can see all pattu sarees, all chiffon sarees, all handloom ones, and viola cheeralu, and matching blouses, petticoats, everything is there in the almirah. Not only this, all the ornaments are there, beads are there, pearls are there, kumkum barinas are there, silverware is there, everything is there, which all confirm that she is the housewife, but nothing is there in the almirah to confirm what she is or who she is. So whenever she opened the almirah, she used to get a picture. Yes, I am the housewife here. And nothing has been shown what she was when she was studying. What she studied, that also not there. That is, either we can say the woman has not taken care or the husband has not taken care. Whatsoever it is, she had forgotten her entire entity, I can say. Yes, I haven't brought them here. Now she realized she had not bring anything here. I shall go to my place, search for my certificates and inquire about my name and return in a couple of days. She has forgotten the name here in her husband household, and she wanted to search her entity where in her Puttillu. Means when she crossed the threshold of that house, she left her there and she had put into another incarnation over here. ఇంకో జన్మ ఎత్తేసింది ఇక్కడ. సో ఇక్కడ ఆమెకి ఏమి పేరు పెట్టలేదు. పెట్టిన పేర్లు ఎన్నో ఉన్నాయి, బట్ షీ డజంట్ వాంట్ టు యాక్సెప్ట్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ హియర్. పెట్టిన పేర్లు, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ మీన్ టు సే ఈజ్ సో అండ్ సోస్ మదర్, సో అండ్ సోస్ వైఫ్, so and so occupant, landlady of so and so house. That way she was renamed, but her own name is lost in the quest of her finding out the new or fitting herself into the new job. What is the new job? There she was his daughter, and she here, though she is a daughter-in-law here, she had a role here, that is the housewife. And fitting herself here, she had lost other everything, that is her own entity, her own existence. She has forgotten, she has lost it. So she wanted to go back again to her, that is her Putinillu, and she wanted to make out or find out who she is. She asked for her husband's permission. Very nice. Must you go just for the sake of your name or what? If you go, who will scrub the house these 2 days? Said the husband. For the sake of the name you have to go there. Must you go? Question. And that question, beneath that question, one more question is there. What is that question inlaid, or what we can say is a hidden question is, who will do the scrubbing if you are not there for 2 days? See, from where to where she has been just put to. Right? She was forced to take up the only that household work. She had never gone out of the door even. Yes, that was true, because she scrubbed better than the others. She had not allowed anyone else to do the job all these days. Everyone was busy with their own respective duties. He had his office. Poor things, the children had their studies to take care of. Why should they bother about this call? And she had been doing it all along. They just didn't know how to do it, of course. See here, you have 2 hands, right? Keep one hand idle for certain amount of period and see what happens. If at all you want to put this hand once again in the same core, the hand will not be working. Why? It has become out of practice. It went out of practice, that's all. This hand cannot work. There are many people in remote areas, they keep this hand for the sake of God, keeping it like this. And they will not be doing any work with this hand. And in a period of time, this hand cannot be brought down. It will be like this only, held here only like this. It will not be doing any other job. Likewise, why I put this example here is, she had taken up the job of cleaning and decorating the house. And so here the husband, he felt very comfortable. Yes, she is looking after. Why I should take care? So he never put his finger into that work. And moreover, he has the office work to do. The children, of course, they have to read. And they cannot take care of all the household chore. Then who has to do it? She has to do it. Okay, she is doing. But she never allowed anybody to interrupt there, to intrude there, to come into there. She never allowed. She said, no, go and read. You have much thing to do, homework, etc. Go there, do your homework, you need not to come over here. That way children were just driven out from the work. The husband, he is a man of the house. He need not have to do such kind of things. So he never used to come in. So she used to do all the work. So the question had come, if at all you go to your Puttillu, who will take care of this dusting, this cleaning, this scrubbing, this mopping, etc. Right? So here it is not the fault of the husband and not the children. It is neither the fault of her even. It is so arranged, it so occurred, or it has become a practice in the house. Nobody else is doing her job and she has to do her job. And others, even if they do, they cannot do such perfectly. But still, how to live without knowing one's name? You see, if something enters into our mind, unless it is fulfilled or it is discharged, we cannot do any other thing. Likewise, now in this housewife's mind is urge entered into. What is that urge? To know her name. Frantically, if it is somebody else, okay, we may forget, what is that? If I don't know their name, let it go. But here, the urge is about her own name, to know her own name. Right? So, if I forget my face, how frantically I want to search for a mirror. Or if somebody comes, I will be asking, how do I look? Because I have forgotten my face. So likewise, she has forgotten her name. She is very frantic to find out her name. She is becoming very restless. She has to know. It was all right all these days since the question had not occurred to her. This question never happened to her to know what is my name. But when it has come into her brain, now she could not withstand that pain. And so she wanted the solution immediately. Now it was really hard to live without a name. Of course, if you are somebody, you want to know who you are. Can you live with somebody? No, you cannot live somebody's life. You want to live your own life. You should know who you are. Just for 2 days, you manage somehow or other. Until and unless I go and get my name, I shall find it difficult to live. It is a question of life and death now. If I don't know my name, I feel as if I am dead. So just for 2 days, please allow me, let me go and let me come. I want to find out. That way she requested her husband. She pleaded with her husband and managed to get out of the house. Lastly, okay, you go. But 2 days only, not 3 days or 4 days. You have to come back within 2 days. That way she got the permission. Now again you see, she had to take the permission and go anywhere. Means a loss of once again individuality. Individuality is not there. She has to take permission and she took it only for 2 days. Why, dear daughter, have you come so sudden? Why, dear daughter, have you come so suddenly? You see, a daughter is going to her Puttillu. What is the question comes over there? She was taken in and she was made to sit. But the question, ఏమమ్మా ఇంత సడన్గా ఎందుకు వచ్చేసావు? ఏమమ్మా ఇంత సడన్గా ఎందుకు వచ్చేసావు? As if she has intruded into a place where she should not have been. Is it so? Right? Are your children and husband all right? ఏమమ్మా పిల్లలు మీ ఆయన కులసాగా ఉన్నారు కదా? Doubt means whether you have fought with them and you are displeased with them, you are unhappy with them, and so you ran away from that house. Why so sudden? Question arises. Means here also she lost her existence. Why have you come alone? Once again, one more question. Why have you come alone? పిల్లలేరి మీ ఆయనేరి నువ్వు ఒక్కరితో వచ్చేవేంటి ఇంత సడన్గానా ఎందుకు? See, question after question. That means a rain of questions have come. Simple thing she has done is she has come back to her place. That is, for say at least 18 years or 16 years whatsoever or 20 years she was here. And again she has come over here, a question arises. Why have you come so suddenly? Where are your children? Where is your husband? You see how anxious and how worried they are. Behind affectionate enquiries of the father and mother, there was a strain of suspicion. Of course, the questions appeared to be very affectionate, but inlaid, that means internally, there is a strain, a pain, a stream of what? Suspicion, anumanam. Right? Affection is there, no doubt, but undercover there is one thing more, it is suspicion. కొట్లాడుకొని వచ్చేలేదు కదా, దెబ్బలాడుకొని వచ్చేలేదు కదా, కోపంతో వచ్చేలేదు కదా. దట్ వే దే వర్ వరీడ్ అబౌట్. Recollecting immediately the purpose of her visit, the housewife asked her mother most pitifully, Amma, tell me what is my name. She remembered why I had come over here. Yes, I had come over here to know my name. And the time is also very less. 2 days only has been given. Can I complete it? That means the task of knowing my name within this period. So, anxiously and bit worriedly and slowly with the pain, right? How many things are there, emotions you see? A chain of emotions are there. With that she questions. What is that one? Amma, will you please tell me my name? నా పేరేంటో చెప్పగలవమ్మా అడిగాను. See, this kind of a thing never happens. But if it happens, it never happens, of course. A mother will not be going and asking her mother what could be my name. It never occurs. But if it occurs, how the mother or the father or the household of her puttillu, how do they react to it? See, what is it, Amma? You are our elder daughter. We gave you education up to BA and got you married with 50,000 rupees as dowry. We took care of your 2 deliveries. Each time we alone bore the expenses of the maternity home. You have 2 children. Your husband has a good job. A very nice person too. Your children are well mannered. ఏంటమ్మా పేరు అడుగుతున్నావు ఏంటి? నువ్వు మా పెద్దమ్మాయి కావా? నేను మీకు పెళ్లి చేయలేదా? 50,000 కట్టడం ఇవ్వలేదా? డోంట్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ వెరీ గుడ్ హస్బెండ్ ఓవర్ దాట్? రైట్? మీ ఆయనకి మంచి ఉద్యోగం లేదా? నీకు 2 పిల్లలు లేరా? రైట్? పిల్లలు 2 పుట్టినప్పుడు ఇక్కడే కదా నువ్వు వచ్చావు డెలివరీకి. మెటర్నిటీ ఛార్జెస్ కూడా మేమే పెట్టుకున్నాం కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటమ్మా వచ్చింది? పేరు అడుగుతున్నావు ఏంటి? వర్రీడ్. If a daughter comes home and asks her existence, right? If a daughter comes home and searches for her, what we call as identity, how a mother feels. Yes, she got a kind of worry and also at the same moment she has a kind of pain even. Why? What happened now? What occurred now? She is questioning her name. Right? Now, not only that, we are able to understand many things about her now. Earlier, it was not that. We were told she has a wife, she has a husband and children. That's all we know. Now we are knowing she is qualified. She has completed BA. She has 2 children, yes, and she got married at the dowry of 50,000 and 2 times maternity expenses the puttillu has paid or born, right? So with all these things we are knowing about her, but not the name. Name has not been given to her and she was called as నువ్వు మా పెద్ద కూతురివి కదమ్మా. See, you are our elder daughter. There also she had faced the failure. She has a loss. It is not my history, Amma. Did I ask my charitra? No, I did not ask my charitra. I did not ask the history. నేనేం చేశాను, నేను ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాను, ఇవంతా నాకు అనవసరం. నాకు నా పేరు కావాలి. రైట్? హిస్టరీ అమ్మా, ఇట్ ఈస్ మై నేమ్ ఐ వాంట్. అట్లీస్ట్ టెల్ మీ వేర్ మై సర్టిఫికేట్స్ ఆర్. లెట్ మీ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ మై సర్టిఫికేట్స్. రైట్? ఇఫ్ యూ కెనాట్ టెల్ మై నేమ్, లెట్ మీ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ మై సర్టిఫికేట్. వేర్ ఆర్ దే? అండ్ యూ సీ, షీ గాట్ మ్యారీడ్ and she has 2 kids, school going kids. Now you can understand, after the marriage she has already been here for 10 years, right? Do you mean to say for 10 years the certificates will be there intact where she had kept? A big question. Everybody wants their house to be cleaned, to be adjusted, to be decorated. Here also same thing might have occurred here, right? Let us see what happened here. I don't know, child. నాకు తెలియదమ్మా. Recently we cleared out the almirah of old papers and files and arranged some glassware in their place. They put glassware over there. Some important files we kept in the attic. We shall search for them tomorrow. Now, what is the hurry? Don't worry about them. Take a good bath and have your meal, child, said the housewife's mother. Now, Pere kadamma, you will get your name. What is the hurry there? That is only the thing, no? Go, get a bath. Let us have a good meal, sleep well, then we can go and your papers, no, all the papers are very important papers have been kept in the attic. Attic means a portion over there you must have seen, right? There in a corner in the bedroom or somewhere we will be having, but this attic, it has to be in the kitchen room or in the storeroom in olden days. Now we are having that because we don't have any storeroom separately. We are having that attic in our bedroom or living room, anywhere we will be having. Or just adjacent to the bathroom, we will be having that. That is called attic. So we have kept your papers, don't worry, they are there. Whole day is there, we can search. But you go now, you need a bath and you need a good meal and you need a rest now. Why? Mother is such affectionate, she could able to find. My daughter is worried and that I am to reduce it, soothe it. That way she advised her daughter, go and take rest, bath, food and rest. Then we can go and find out. The housewives took a good bath and ate her meal, but she could not sleep. The other two things she could able to do, but not the sleep, because the mind is worried. If the mind is worried, it is very certain that we cannot sleep. While scrubbing the house, humming happily, joyously, and making muglu, she had never thought that she would have to face so many difficulties like this by forgetting her own name. When she was doing the household chore, that is mainly scrubbing, mopping, dusting, daubing the house, putting the muglu over there, and she was all along humming good cinema songs, right? And all along she was very happy seeing her handiwork. But never it occurred to her that she had to face this kind of difficulty one day. Right? That is a thing here. So now she could not take a good rest. She could able to have a good bath. She could able to have a good dinner, but not a good sleep. Dawn broke. Day broke. But the search for the certificates among the files in the attic had not ended. Somebody is searching over there. Everybody is searching, and nowhere she could able to find the paper required. Do you mean to say it is not there? It is there. Then why she could not get it? Because you are in a hurry, your own mathematics book which is there in your bag, you may not be finding. That is the what we call as it is a truth. You need a mathematics text, your teacher is upon you, and because you did not bring that mathematics book, he is ready to punish you, and then you are searching your bag, you will not be finding your mathematics book. And after receiving a very good banging from your mathematics teacher, right, and you are standing on the bench and you will look down, there in that bag, in your own bag which we have searched, that mathematics book will be smiling at you. This is what we call as a irony of the life. She is searching for the certificate and those are there, but she could not find. It is not ended, it is never ended. Now the wife asked everyone she met. Whosoever she meets, she asked everybody, what is my name? What is my name? What? As if she has gone mad, very frantically. Now, because she was feeling, now I am end. There is an end for my life. I am not there. That way she is just groping for her existence or her identity, her individuality. So, she asked the trees, you see how frantic she is, the ant hills, the pond, the school where she had studied, the college. Right now in the attic, she could not get the certificates, and so she went to the school. At least somebody may recognize her in the school. Somebody may call her by the name. And the trees under which she sat for a long period during her schooling, she stopped there and searched for her name. It is not that she questioned the tree. She might have questioned also. And ant hills, she was sitting under the tree, and from that distance she recognized, yes, the very same ant hill. She recognized that even, but she could not get her name out of that. The pond, just beside that, there was a pond, and she used to sit over there hours together, right? But even then, she searched in the water or on the bank of the pond. She could not get her name, right? And she shifted her place of search to the college, and that also, there also she could not get her name. After all this shouting and the wailing, she met a friend. Now, after this hue and cry, she met a friend. Okay? And succeeded in recovering her name. Recover. As if her name is lost, she is recovering, she succeeded in recovering her name. Why? A friend. That means you may die. You may die in your surroundings, or you may die in your house. You may be no more in your house, nowhere in your house, but still you will be alive with your friend. That is a thing in a string, 4 or 5 words, and succeeded in recovering her name, from where she met a friend. With this, the author has shown something specialty for the friendship. And so you should have friends. Some poem, English poem, he said, English poem, poet, what it is? Fame and friendship, he said. And a fame, during your lifetime, you may earn fame. But what is that to avail? You will be simply sitting in the tomb, and you will be eating without any companion over there, as if the food given to the dead fellow. Pinda kudu tinnattu tinestha unta fame ni. That way he said, fame is nothing. Then strive to have friends. He has shown the friendship, the value of the friendship. And if at all you acquired a friend, if at all you are leaving behind a friend, then that friend keeps you alive in the memory, not only his memory, in everybody's memory, whosoever you know or they know you. So that is the value of the friendship. Here in a string of words, she said, she met a friend and she could able to recover her name. You see how beautiful it is. So that friend was also like her. That friend also like her only. That means, did she lose her name? Lost her name? No. She did not lose her name. But married and housewife like her. But she had not made swabbing the sole purpose. This is the main idea of this story. The woman's sole purpose is not to get married and stick to the job of swabbing the house. No. It is not the only purpose of a woman. Woman can do many things. That is what the writer wants to say here. And inwardly it is a call to every household woman, housewife. Don't simply lose yourself in the household core. You are you. You have to come up from that. You have to live your life. That is the wake-up call here in this story. Scrubbing was only a part of her life. She remembered her name and the names of her friends. This particular friend recognized our housewife. She did not make her life the sole purpose is swabbing and scrubbing the house. But didn't she do it? She did it. But it is a part of the life. For her, it is a part. But for this woman who lost her name, for this woman, only swabbing, mopping and rubbing and this thing has become her main purpose. But here her friend is something different. She does it, but it is not the sole purpose of her life. Sarada, my dear Sarada, she shouted and embraced her. As soon she saw this woman, our housewife, she embraced her and called her Sarada, oh Sarada. Now this woman means she woken up from her sleep. Yes, I am Sarada. Right? The housewife felt like a person now. Earlier, she was never feeling, I am a person. That means she lost her individuality. She lost her identity. She lost herself. Now she felt, yes, I regained everything. I am me. That way she stood there, totally patched and dried up, about to die of thirst. Patched. ఎండిపోవడం, కంప్లీట్గా బీటలు పాటిపోవడాన్ని ప్యాచింగ్ అంటారు. ప్యాచింగ్ ల్యాండ్. Suppose a piece of land is dried up completely, there is no water on the, even up to some distance in the surface of the earth, it will become what we call as if the surface is broken. There will be what we call as the cracking will be there on the surface. That kind of land is called as patching land. Suppose I feel thirsty and I could not find water anywhere, right, up to quite some time. And after some time, if I don't find water, I will be feeling my complete tongue is dried up. It is something, a piece of your leather only. That way I feel, right? That is called patching, dying for water. Now she was dying for water and there was a complete cool shower on her as she heard the name Sarada, my dear Sarada. That made her come up, wake up. Yes, I am Sarada. Getting a drink of cool water from the new earthen kuja poured into her mouth with a spoon and given thus a new life. Not even the entire water of the kuja, earthen kuja. Not even that. Out of that, a spoonful has been put into her mouth. That brought a enormous happiness. Enormous means it cannot be described. A very great amount of happiness could be brought to her because of that spoonful of water. The friend did indeed give her a new life. A friend did indeed give her a new life. You see, earlier context I told you, fame and friendship. Who is a friend? Who gives an entire new life to you is your friend. So that is it here. She got the new life. You are Sarada. You came first in the school in the 10th class. See, some more opening up. Earlier we were knowing she was only a BA. Right? She married with a man in a high position for 50,000 dowry. She had 2 children and these 2 children maternity expenses were taken care by her father and mother. That we have known earlier paragraph. Now, as a friend, she had put the entire figure of Sarada here. What is that one? You are Sarada. You came first in our school in the 10th class. Her achievements were shown to her. Mother did not speak about this, her achievement. Her friend speaks about her achievement. Right? You came first in the music competition conducted by the college. Second thing, second achievement. You are a good singer. You got first prize in singing competition in the college. Second thing. And you use it to paint good pictures too. Third achievement. You use it to paint good paintings too. Right? We were 10 friends all together. You see, we are a very good group, very big group of friends. We are all 10, is it not? And out of them, I meet all of them sometime or other. We write letters to each other. Only you have gone out of our reach. Tell me, why are you living incognito. Her friend confronted her. We are 10 friends now. All, I meet everybody, all 8 excepting you. Why? Why have you gone into hiding? Purposely, if you are going into hiding and living there, that kind of life is called as incognito. Right? The big personalities, that is cinema actors or any politician. Politician, of course, he wanted to go public only, but cinema actors mainly, the artists, they don't want to come into public unless it is some occasion, unless if they are to come out, right? And that kind of life is called as incognito. Purposely to go behind the curtains and live there. So why are you putting yourself behind the curtains? Why? What is the reason? And we, all the other 9, we are meeting each other sometime or other, and we are communicating each other with the letters even. You see, earlier the reference for the letters are there. Father used to get the letters, but not you, Amma. And so how do we know your name? Children questioned that. Now who could write the letters to a girl over there or a housewife over there? Maybe father may not write, mother may not write, but she should get a letter from a friend. Why not? That is the thing. So we communicate within ourselves in the letters, but you alone kept yourself aloof, out of the touch, out of the what we call as out of reach. You kept yourself. Why? That way she questioned. Yes, Pramila, what you say is true. Of course, I am Sarda. Until you said it, I could not remember it. All the shelves of my mind were taken up with only the thing, how well I can scrub the floors. You see, until you said I am Sarda, I have forgotten. And if at all my brain contains 7 to 5 folds within it, every floor and every fold is occupied by only one thing. What is then? How best I can keep my house. Now it is, thank God you came and you told me my name, I am Sarda. Right? I am very much pleased. I remember nothing else. Had I not met you, I would have gone mad. Had I not met you, you see how the structure is there. Had I not met you. And the very same thing can be said, if I do not meet you. If I do not meet you, I would have become mad. Right? That way, this if clause, conditional clause can also be expressed in had I not. So, had I not met you, I would have gone mad, said the housewife named Sarda. Now, the housewife got her name. Sarda returned home, climbed the attic, and fished out her certificates, the pictures she had drawn, old albums, everything she succeeded in getting out. You see, when she said you are Sarda, now finding out all the certificates, all the pictures, all the albums, she maintained to fish them out, to bring them back again to light, it has become easier. That is called fish out. Fish out means to bring something into light from under something, right? So it has become very easy for her. She also searched further and managed to find the prizes she had received in the school and college. Now further she searched. Then she could able to know what she was when she was in the school and college. Right? That means she got everything connected to her identity. She could able to re-establish, yes, I was this, I am this. Overjoyed, she returned home. Now, when work is finished, she has to go home back. So, she returned here. You have not been here. Look, the state of the house. You see the complaint. You are not here, we did not eat food. No, that is not the thing. You are not here, I could not go to office. That is not at all the complaint. And the children could not sleep well. That is not the question at all. The first complaint is, you are not there for 2 days. Then what happened? Look the state of the house. Chudu, illela tagaladinda chudu. ఇల్లు ఎలా తగలేదో చూడు, నువ్వు లేవు కదా, ఇల్లు తగలడిపోయింది. యాజ్ ఇఫ్ టేకింగ్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ది హౌస్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ జాబ్ ఆఫ్ ది హౌస్ వైఫ్, హీ హ్యాడ్ కంప్లైంట్. ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ ఏ చౌల్ట్రీ, ధర్మశాల అయిపోయింది. రైట్? ఇట్ ఈస్ బికమ్ ఎ మెస్. ఇట్ హెస్ బికమ్ ఏ చౌల్ట్రీ, ధర్మశాల అయిపోయింది ఇక్కడ. ఓ వాట్ ఎ రిలీఫ్ యు ఆర్ హియర్. అబ్బాబా నువ్వు వచ్చేసావు కదా, ఇంక అన్నీ సర్దుకుంటాయి, నాకు తెలుసును. దట్ వే హీ ఫెల్ట్ రిలీవ్డ్. నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ ఎ ఫెస్టివల్ ఫర్ అస్. ఇక పండగే పండగ మన ఇంట్లో, అమ్మ వచ్చేసింది కదా, పండగే పండగ. దట్ వే హీ డిక్లేర్డ్. అండ్ హియర్ షీ పుట్స్ ఏ సటైర్ టు ఇట్. జస్ట్ స్క్రబ్బింగ్ ద ఫ్లో డస్ నాట్ మేక్ ఏ ఫెస్టివల్. ఇల్లు అలకగానే పండుగ అవ్వదు అని చెప్పేసింది. దట్ మీన్స్ ఓన్లీ స్క్రబ్బింగ్ ద హౌస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ మై ఐడెంటిటీ. యూ హ్యావ్ టు రికగ్నైజ్ మీ, దెన్ ఓన్లీ వీ కెన్ సెలబ్రేట్ ది ఫెస్టివల్. దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ఐడెంటిటీ. యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ డ్యూ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు ఇట్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ దేర్ విల్ బి ఎ ఫెస్టివల్ ఇన్ దిస్ హౌస్. ఇళ్ళగానే పండుగ అయిపోతుందా? ఏమీ అవ్వదు. యూ హ్యావ్ టు రికగ్నైజ్ మై ఐడెంటిటీ. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ది టైటిల్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఫర్ ఇట్. ఇళ్ళగానే పండుగ అవునా అని ఈ స్టోరీకి పేరు, అప్పట్లో రాసిన స్టోరీకి. అండ్ ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ సమ్ మోర్ థింగ్ ఆల్సో హియర్ అబౌట్ ది కరేజ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ పీపుల్ హూ ట్రాన్స్లేట్ ది స్టోరీ. I can say it is a brave act they have put. Why? I will come across. By the way, from now onwards, don't call me Yemoy and Gimoy. Understood? Now onwards, you are not calling me Yemoy, Gimoy. No, I don't agree all these things. My name is Sarada and you are going to call me Sarada. My name is Sarada, call me Sarada. Understood? That way she put it. Having said that, she went inside humming joyously. Now, she is the, what we can say, the queen of the house now. So she went inside humming once again. Right? Sarada, who had always cared so much for discipline, keeping an eye on every corner, checking if there was dust, making sure things were properly arranged, each in its correct and respective order, now sat on the sofa which had not been dusted for the last 2 days. Now, so far this woman was very careful, very disciplined. Right? Whether she sat on the sofa or not, whether she used some furniture or not, it has not been told here. She was very particular about the dust on the furniture. She used to dust it, clean it, dub it, everything she used to do. Now, she is the queen over there. She recognized herself. She re-established her identity over there. She said, I am Sarada, not Emoy, Gimoy. Understood? Call me by the name. Thus warning her husband, she came inside, she sat on the sofa, but that sofa was not dusted since last 2 days. She didn't bother for it. That is, she wanted to have that position in the house, sitting on the sofa as the mistress of the house. She felt it. Yes, the mistress of the house should be sitting, using everything of the house. So, she sat there showing the children an album of her paintings that she had brought for them. He sat there, called the children, come on children, see what I did when I was a student. You are also do this thing. You see the picture, how I have drawn it here? See the picture, how I drawn? Means she had become the very same Sarada once again. That means she recaptured whatever she has lost. That is, everybody has his or her own identity. You have to recognize it. You have to go with it. That is, losing your identity means you lost your, that means you are died. That's all. You died there. So you are to keep your identity. In the last lesson also we have studied what is it on Jamaican fragment. right? And in the poem also we have studied. What did we learn in that one? That in that one the father says to his son, I am lost, my dear son. Why? I have lost my way of laughing, my way of speaking, my way of everything I lost. I wear some other disguises now, some covering for my faces. That way he says, I am lost. If I am lost, my son, I may not be recognized by people, and you please do not get yourself lost. That way he advised through the poem. And Jamaican fragment, right? That means he himself was submissive. His mindset is such. Whenever he has seen the black man taking the order, the black boy taking the orders, he felt, what is this mentality? Can't we come away? That means come over this kind of mentality, come away from it. That way he was thinking. But his thinking himself makes him that I am a Jamaican, keeps him in that position. You have to come out of it, right? That is, you should not become adamant. When I say from this posture, you have to leave this posture, right? That means you should not be like this. This is pride. You need not have to go pride, but you can be amicable with others, showing your identity, your individuality. It should be that. You should not go adamant to anybody. You are you. Then only people recognize you and respect you. Here the housewife lost her name. She has forgotten what she was. And she restricted her life only to the swabbing and daubing and all these things. Now one day she questioned, who am I? Nobody was there to answer. Even her mother, her father forgotten her. Only the friend remembered, recognized, and she renamed, and she had given the new life to her. You may die in the eyes of everybody, but you are still alive in the eyes of the friend. Very great morals have been put over here for us. You need not have worry for about your fame. Why? That fame is intact with your friend. Whatever you did, whatever you claimed, that is there intact with your friend. You ask her, you ask him, he will give you. Right? For the sake of fame, please don't die. For the sake of fame, if you are dying, you will be keeping those certificates with you alone, and you will be just talking to them, you will be enjoying with them, there will be nobody else to enjoy with you. Means it is as good as the food is given to the dead man. Right? So, friend, she recognized, she told, she has said, she re-established her in the household again. You are not the housewife here, you are Sarada, you are good at music, you are good at art, you are good in education even, and all these things she said. Yes, the personality stood there. And she has become a good mother over there. She called the children, made them sit beside her, and she has shown, this is my handiwork. Children, you should be like this. That way she told. Now, herself could able to be put over there in her. Right? Now, this has been written by P. Satyavati, and it is written in Telugu. Why I said the translators have done a very good, courageous job here is, you will know it. Srimati P. Satyavati is one of those writers who have brought feminism to the peak of Telugu literature. Though she is a retired English lecturer, I want to remind you here one thing. In our last class also we have read a story written in English that is translated into English. What is it one? Bonsai Batukulu. Right? That is also written by eminent Telugu story writer, and that has been translated. Bonsai Batukulu. There we have come across a very wonderful thing. Right? That is feminism. And here P. Satyavati, she has brought feminism to the peak in Telugu literature. Though she is a retired English lecturer, She is a retired English lecturer and she has written in Telugu this story by name Illalagane Pandagauna, that has been translated into English by these two people. Who are they? Vadre Vijay Lakshmi and Rangarao. Of course, these are not the very simple people, these are also very eminent people. Vadrev Purushottam, Vadrev Vijayalakshmi, and Vadrev Rangarao. These are great eminent personalities here. And they could able to take that courage to write the same thing in English and to show her. See, her own Telugu story has been translated to English, where she was a professionally English lecturer. That is really courage. She is adept in portraying human experiences universally. The technique of appealing to the leaders by weaving a story wonderfully with a philosophical touch and a theological touch aspect is her forte, F-O-R-T-E, forte area of writing. Right? Now, she has published 4 anthologies of short stories, 5 novels, and a collection of essays. She has won a number of prestigious awards. This story, What Is My Name, is originally published as Illalagane Pandagauna in Telugu in 1990. You are not taken birth then. 1990, and has been translated into almost all the South Indian languages and Hindi even. And these people have taken the courage of translating the same into English. Right? That is it all about this story. I feel you have enjoyed.